In the last video, we looked at the different features of parabolas. So again, we had our vertex, which is our bottommost point, or if it's upside down, it could be the topmost point. We have our y-intercept, which is where it crosses the y-axis. Our zeros, which is where they cross the x-axis. And then we have this axis of symmetry, which is the imaginary line that is dividing it right down the middle. Now, if you have a graph, it's great. You can see all the points. But what if you are given the equations? Now, these two are the same equation of the same parabola. They just look slightly different. So standard form, written from highest to lowest power. And then this is a quadratic, and we have factored form where we can see two factors. Now, standard form is useful for finding a couple things. So first thing, that number at the end there actually tells you the y-intercept. Okay, so my y-intercept would be at 0 for x and -21 for y. The other thing you can tell from standard form is looking at that first term out front. If it's positive, which this one is, it's going to open up. So it would look like that. If this happened to be negative, so if it was like negative x squared, it would open down. Okay, so the number out front tells you if it opens up or down. So this one would open up, and its y-intercept is at -21. The other form is factored form. Now, there are two things that we really haven't figured out yet. We haven't figured out the vertex, we haven't figured out the zeros, and I guess we also didn't figure out the axis of symmetry. So factored form is very useful in finding the zeros. So to find a zero, all you do is you take each part and set it equal to 0. So x plus 7 equals 0. Now if I want to know what x equals, I would just take it away, and I get x is -7. So my 0, the coordinate where it would cross, would be at -7, 0. It ends up being the opposite of whatever number's there. However, you could have a number out front of x, so it's good habit just to solve the equation. So this other one, I would have x minus 3 is 0. So I'd have to add 3 to both sides, which would give me x is 3. So my other 0 would be at 3, 0.